America. We'll be online very shortly. So thanks for tuning in. Week 2 of Sofa Justice Warriors. I'm Dell. You can find me online at ANRLizzy on Twitter or right here on twitch.tv/Sofa Justice Warriors. We're just updating some of the metadata on this feed so we can get the correct info out and draw the right fans, viewers like you, our justies, as we're going to call them. I'm good at names.
Did you tweet out?
I did.
Okay, let me just go check our levels. Keep talking.
All right. So, the most professional you can possibly be is to go ahead and just scramble around and check levels while you're not live instead of having another stream to stream this to. But because we care about you, we're going to go ahead and do it live on air so you can see the impeccable quality control that we bring as we talk about games and where we can have a social justice viewpoint of those games. So we're going to do our best to do that with Doki Doki Panic, or as it's known in America, Super Mario Brothers 2. Dose. This is a weird one.
There is something terribly wrong with the audio.
Is it because the TV audio is up way too loud?
I don't think so. It sounds like there's multiple microphones. Yeah.
So we have multiple inputs, so we're going to go ahead and fix that before we go ahead and get started. Over the weekend, I went to the Northwest Pinball Expo, had a fantastic time playing all the brand new pinball games that are out now. The thing is, nowadays, the only pinball games being made are these super, super deluxe high-end machines that are specifically for the home collector, because there aren't enough pinball arcades left. There's a few retro places. We are awash with pinball arcades with Adaball and Shorties here in Seattle, but it is not something that most people have access to. Usually there's just the one pinball at the old pizza place that hasn't closed down yet for some reason.
Sorry, don't mind me. Tech doing tech things.
You're supposed to be in all black, buddy. That's actually, if you didn't know, and it's relevant because ninjaks are enemies that are included in this game for the first time in the Mario universe. The reason ninjas are known to wear all black and sneak around is actually because in a play where there would be these kabuki plays or other kinds of Japanese plays, the sets would be moved around by stagehands who are wearing all black, black gloves, black face coverings to hide among the background, and they would move the sets around as the play developed. And in one play, a stage person who the Japanese theater-going public had trained themselves to ignore, a stagehand would set a piece of the stage down and come forward and stab one of the characters, then jump back and pick up his piece of mountain or whatever in the fiction of the play. And this, that's how they got the reputation of being like out of the shadows, because the play-going public literally tuned them out the way you will tune out the little station bug in the corner of a TV show.
You done telling your stories, Grandpa?
Yeah.
All right. Oh God! It just never ends with this stuff.
Sometimes I'm concerned that Joe might not have the mental constitution to do a show like this.
Quiet! I'm a professional.
All right, I got you a present.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
What do we got? I got a little "Please Stand By" from Fallout. Old 50s TV pattern with a Pit Boy doing this. Thanks, Dell. That's sweet. Okay, week 2, Sofa Justice Warriors Live. We're here. We lost our save for Zelda 2, but nobody liked it anyway. So we decided, let's play the other weird sequel that it seems to be the Dark Horse?
Yeah.
Yeah, of its... The Black Sheep. Of its family. Super Mario Brothers 2. Originally, and this is in the title of this week's episode, it was Doki Doki Panic in Japan, and it was a little different. But this is mostly, they took that game, called it Super Mario 2, gave it Super Mario Paint, through, Nintendo of America, and released it here. What's really weird is that it then went back to Japan and was known as Super Mario USA. And that's why Shy Guys are still in Mario, even though they came from...
And Bob-ombs.
Bob-ombs.
Bob-ombs way more famous than Shy Guy.
Yes. But some things from this game, like including, pulling vegetables up, whatever, like remain in the Japanese Mario canon because we did this. America did this. Very strangely.
You ready to kick it off?
I am ready to kick it off. Let's do it.
So this is interesting. Right off the bat.
Yep.
Look at that.
Playable female character!
Yep. Now, she is one of the best characters because she accesses several cheats that are just not available in other available to other characters.
I don't know anybody who didn't play as her because she's got the floaty power.
Yep. I always played as Toad because he had the fastest grab. Whoop! Just grabs real quick.
I can't even think of like aside from Miss Pac-Man, I can't think of a playable female character that wasn't like in body armor, like Samus. Can you?
In what era?
Any era.
I mean, Tomb Raider comes to mind.
Yeah, but that's way later. I'm talking like before.
Well, you just said any era.
Yeah, but I'm talking like chronologically. Aside from Miss Pac-Man, I can't think of a single one.
So
if we're in Subcon, what's that?
What?
Because when I was a kid, that's I don't know if we just misunderstood what was in the instruction manual. But like when you go into that the upside down, like in Stranger Things, we called that Subcon. But I think this whole game takes place in Subcon.
Well, the whole game's a dream.
The whole game is Mario's dream,
which is kind of shady to do to people. You go through all these levels just to have nothing happen.
I didn't mind as a kid.
All right, are you ready? Booyah!
It's not like I lived through a very epic story, and then the writer went, "Oh, by the way, it was all this character's dream." David Lynch.
So here's our first thing. Now, they do this really well in a lot of Mario games, where they telegraph where a secret's going to be by showing you something that's not normal.
Right.
There isn't usually stuff on the other side of a waterfall, but there is this time. So what we're going to do is jump over there.
Whoop. That's weird. You do it like this.
Yep.
I do it with my thumb and then the pad.
So, super interesting here. Bunch of new ideas. Bombs were one.
This was so alien to all of us who were just used to run right. Just keep running right.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you have to do.
Go right for fun.
Yeah, and Shigeru Miyamoto very famously said, like, if the only thing you're going to be doing in this game is jumping, then jumping has to feel great.
And then this boss.
Birdo.
Yeah.
I think that's the first trans character in video games.
Yep.
There you go. Progressive Nintendo of America.
Yeah, weird that all this stuff would come from Doki Doki Panic, and all of it is just... you know what a backronym is?
Yeah.
Where it's invented out of the...
It's we want the name of our agency to be S.H.I.E.L.D. So what do we come up...
Strategic
Homeland something or other. I didn't put together for years that getting a cherry in the level meant that if you get a cherry, you get a 1-up no matter what. And that's what those do. I had no idea. I have less experience with this game than just about any Mario game of the era because I never owned it. My brother left his copy over at my... Oh, we're doing this. My brother left his copy over at my house. And I never lived with my brother. He's 8 years older than me and had a different mom. So... we didn't see each other that often, so if he left something over at my house, it would be there for 2-3 months.
You gotta go faster than that.
I'm trying, dude! Like I said, I'm not very good at this. So, I kind of remember 1-1, 1-2. Where do I put this one here?
All the way at the end.
All the way at the end.
Well, okay, so here's a question before we go any further.
I gotta get the key, though.
No.
Oh, are we skipping stuff?
Well, see, that's the question.
Sure, why not? You were wrong.
I was wrong.
I'm a little angry you were wrong. Now I don't get 3 life.
Yeah, I feel like we should just go no skip, just to stretch it out. Because if we sequence break this, it could be a bit.
All right. You also picked Mario. I don't. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. It's what I want to do eventually. First, I want to do this. Love the super jump. Big fan.
Yeah, this game introduced so
I
many.
can do this again.
So many new mechanics, and it's just weird that they would even exist. And some of them get ported over, and some of them don't. The duck to super jump doesn't show up anywhere else.
No, but like even for Doki Doki Panic, like by itself, let's say this was never a Mario game. Like, this is just a weird game by itself.
Yeah, picking up radishes, not being able to bop on enemies' heads to kill them.
Phantos, the most terrifying enemy an 8-year-old ever saw. Throw the key, throw the key. Okay, I'll grab that. That does just nothing for me.
I'll let you go in the next room and kill the bomb.
Am I still invincible? Yeah, I'm still invincible.
You get a timer, man. There's a song. You know the song?
Not for this one. And you turned the volume all the way off.
I did. You could have made that jump.
What? What jump? I did make the jump. What are you talking about?
I mean, the smaller jump in between the 2 blocks there.
Why would I bother?
To show off your tech skills.
Fine.
Just ninjaks everywhere. You can actually jump on them once and just ride them.
Okay, I remember you get the jar and you go over here, but I don't remember why. Or maybe this is where the jar is? Yeah! And then you want to take it back over here and get all your plays. Why am I even waiting for that? I don't need that.
I'm curious about that myself.
I want all of these visible. Oh god!
Down, buddy. Gotta press down.
No, you do not have to press down. You just have to press B. I don't know why it wasn't working. It's all radishes.
Well, that's interesting.
I just juggled him.
Will be punished for your radish hubris.
There's always a boss, huh?
Yeah, but it's always Birdo.
Almost always Birdo. Then there's a bunch of different kinds of Birdo. Aha!
Yeah, just so much here is weird.
Like a weird gambling minigame at the end of it?
I mean, that kind of makes sense. You want to do something, but, I mean, for instance, there's no score.
Okay. I didn't get an extra life for that, even though I had a cherry.
That's probably because it's an urban legend and you need 3 cherries.
Yeah.
Or a cherry in the first slot.
What are the cherries? Yeah, okay, that's probably it. Because otherwise, what are the cherries even for?
Making 3.
Well, they'd be on this board anyway if you didn't collect them in the level beforehand. Alright, your turn. I need more water, and I want to make sure our sound still doesn't suck.
Alright. So, another weird thing that this game did, we had it drilled into our head by first Super Mario Brothers and then literally everything else. And can I sequence break this? I think I can. Nope. Alright. We had it drilled into our heads that the 4th level was the boss level, and you'd go through 4, fight a boss, or go through 3, then fight a boss on the 4th one, and that would be that. This game gets rid of that idea. Let's see what's in this door. I don't think there's anything here. Nope, I'm wrong. And there's only 3 levels. 2 regular and 1 boss level, which is super interesting. Makes the game a little shorter. Like we said earlier, we're going to do a no-skip mode in just a second here. Nothing here.
No mushroom.
Get good. I'll wait for this star, not get it. Yep.
I got independent confirmation that our sound does not suck. I got a text message right after I said that. So somebody's watching, even if they're not talking.
Yeah, this is the warp zone right here.
Right, you need to carry the jar over here. That takes you to like 5.
Yeah, it skips a...
I never played most of this game because of that. Like, young me, if there was a way through that was quicker, I didn't see the appeal in not taking it. Like, I missed out on so much gameplay. It wasn't until I was in my 20s that I beat Super Mario 1. Anyway, aside from World 2, skip to 4, World 4, skip to 8.
Yeah.
I do remember this, though.
Yeah, this is interesting that it had there's a verticality to Super Mario 2 that is really a hallmark of Genesis games. Genesis mascot platforms were the ones that would have a ton of verticality in the game, like your Bubsies, like your Sonics. You have to do a boost jump.
I know.
I'm gonna get a little juice on the volume here.
Oh, my mouth feels so weird. I got a cavity filled right before this show, so I'm just numbed up, and hopefully, as I talk longer and longer, I'll start to make errors that will be funny. Oh, God. Yeah, this is the one where it just lasts forever and you gotta dig in sand.
That's going to be the desert world, which is the second world, but yes.
I love this music. A little repetitive.
Are you still scared of Phantos?
Yes. I am a 35-year-old man and I am scared of a cartoon smiley face.
Also, Spike's here, not an instant death, unlike Mega Man or Mario
Any
1.
other game.
Yeah.
There were no spikes in Mario 1.
I've been watching a lot of ROM hacks.
Yeah. And Mario Maker.
And it's nothing but spikes.
See that?
Skill?
Yep.
Bet.
I've still got it a little.
Ah! Don't ever say anything good.
A little.
Whenever you say something good, it just goes bad for you. And that just goes for everyone.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. We gotta fight Mouser 1.
Mouser.
You need those to kill Mouser.
I know. That's why I'm going to get them. Why do you keep telling me things I already know? Oh, darn it! Why can I not?
Because you already threw it.
Why can't I pick it up?
Because you already threw it.
Oh, damn it. Nope. Can confirm that that is not why I could not pick it up. It's because I'm a dummy and I need to be standing on top of it. Oh, wow.
Already
See, like, you were just talking about that. That's the third time I hit him, isn't it?
Nope.
Okay. But that's such a Nintendo thing, the rule of threes.
That's not Nintendo, that's everybody.
Because Nintendo invented it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just video game. Oh, you do a thing three times.
Well, the rule of three has been a thing longer.
Rule
than
of thing has
video.
been a thing in comedy, but not in video games. Like,
All writing is writing.
they started that. Turbo. Nope. Too bad. Alright.
Alright, so World 2 is a sand world. There's tons of digging. So you're definitely going to want to take Toad with you on this particular journey.
He has the fastest pickup animation, which is what gauges the digging.
Let's take a look down here.
I had the most 80s kid dream ever at one point, where I was a Ghostbuster and I was trying to bust Pokey, the like cactus monster from this game. He was a ghost. And it's a dream I remember vividly, because I was like, I got to play with a proton pack, and when I woke up, I was like, I wish I had dreams like that every night! Most of my dreams were horrible nightmares. Come for the video games, stay for the macabre. This is just gonna be a bomb or something.
That is correct.
Turtle shell.
Turtle shell. It's a weird item. I don't remember any turtle shells in this game before.
You don't get them from killing...
There aren't any Koopas.
Koopas, yeah. They're just Koopa shells. that was a weird series of things I just did.
When you say tech plays, that's what we're talking about.
That's right.
That was productive.
Some people do speed runs. Some people do drunk speed runs.
We're just doing error
This
runs.
is we're bad at video games run. I go down this.
You can. Or not. Jump.
You don't have to literally tell me, you know. I have also played a video game.
I'm just checking.
You're gonna mansplain video games to me, Del?
Yes.
Gotta get this just right. There we go.
Why?
Because otherwise there would be 2 enemies instead of just none. If I got it right, they both went away.
There's no score. You can just keep walking. Can't take things with you.
That did a whole lot of nothing for me. Oh, damn it! Yep, that just happened.
Well, now you can just go
Yeah.
back to where you were.
Yeah. Can confirm.
But we did it!
We did it!
So keep those questions coming in the chat. We are here to answer and fight this birdo.
Who has decided he wants to keep me really close to the edge of the map.
That's just basic field control. You learn that in first year fighting game basics.
I majored in advanced space combat simulator.
So that bird actually has a name.
The
The
mouth bird? That thing freaked me out as a kid, too. I'm never any good at these. And it's going by so fast, it's not even like timing. Oh, well, you're Toad again.
Great. 2-2. Let's do the thing. Not today. Now, is this the one with the bomb?
No.
Nope.
And what do you even get for going down there? Isn't it just a POW or something?
Nothing.
No, there has to be a reason. Maybe it's a key?
Eventually, yes.
I mean, obviously not in the last one. There was no bomb. But in the one where you can do that.
I'm just not going to waste my time anymore. Oh, what? Heck off. You're doing me a frightened snake. Nope.
They're all that. If you're not going to go check to see what the thing is, don't even bother going in them. Because they all look exactly the same. Yeah. You ever notice that it doesn't say boom It says bomb. It just says the word bomb. It spells it right and everything with the B. Damn. Yeah, now that there's nothing to pick up.
Oh, I can still get hit by a Shy Guy as soon as I come out the door.
Yeah, it's true.
So there's that. And then we're able to just hop out.
And they call them Shy Guys because they're wearing masks?
Yep. They don't like to look at things or have people look at them. Well, that was weird.
And you went down with the snake? That guy, Pokey!
Yeah, it's so weird. With no score, there's nothing to really attack, so you just move through the game.
Yeah. Be honest, though. Did you ever pay attention to your score in Super Mario Brothers?
I knew people who did.
I didn't. I've never paid attention to it. Like, one day I got a 1-up and I didn't have 99 coins and I was very confused and I realized... It took me, like, years to realize, oh, that's probably something to do with the score. But other than that, it just doesn't affect anything.
Of course.
Wrong way. And now I have Sublime stuck in my head. That was Sublime, right?
Oh, yes.
Alright. You were big into ska.
No. That's very different between shitty Long Island dub bands and actual ska.
You have very serious opinions about this.
I don't like Sublime at all. They're bad and not good.
Oh, they were fine. I wasn't mad at them. You gotta take those up and hit him with them.
I know. I don't have to.
Oh, I guess he shoots regular eggs.
Oh.
So no, it's later.
I thought I could jump through that.
You need that to jump to him, I think. Yeah.
I just need one.
But later on, there's one that only shoots fire.
Right.
So is it the same Birdo coming back over and over again, or is it like the Yoshis?
I think there's only one Yoshi, too.
No, there's a whole family of Yoshis that pass off Baby Mario to each other as you make your way through Yoshi's Island.
I've never played Yoshi's Island.
Get out!
Dead serious.
Alright, well, future stream. If we ever start feeling like a Mario game again.
When I was a kid, I was able to just, like... I had it timed down.
Yeah, I remember getting a lot of extra lives doing that, but I just don't remember how.
It might be something with the frequency of
the frames?
Of the frames, yeah.
I doubt it. I think we're just old.
Is this the one?
You wouldn't jump from there. You'd jump from...
Well, I mean, there was a... No, because you go underneath. You go underneath.
You go on top of it?
No.
Give it a shot.
Well, I can't get there now.
Why? Give it a shot.
Because I'm Toad. You have to be Luigi. Besides, we're not trying to skip. Oh, jeez. Nope, can't make it.
Yeah, you can. You need to be standing on one of them while you jump.
It slides you off them. At least in this version.
I can guarantee you that there's a way to do this. Alright.
You will find that you cannot actually stand on them. Ah.
You know, alright. Well, I died.
Told you.
There's something. Is it a bird? There's some enemy that you can ride across, like, most of one level. Why? What even was that? What were you doing?
I want all those coins.
Fair point. Now I'm on the trolley.
Actually, can I...
No.
I can't farm those? How do you know?
Because when you pull them up again, they're radishes.
Okay.
Now you can take that same potion farther to other bits you can pick up, and those will work. But you gotta find a way up there. See, you were riding that guy just fine.
You have to be walking.
You want to get on one that's flying that
I
way.
understand how left and right work.
Do you, though? Because you keep jumping on the wrong ones. Yeah, you're... Oh! So close! Well, now we just have no chance.
I can do it. Alright, so there's our first challenge, folks. We gotta get up in that door. It's tricky, because you gotta be walking forwards the whole time, or else you fall off.
We have no lives.
That's fine.
Do
Just
you continue in this game at all?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
There's nothing over here except the mushroom.
Why would I not want the mushroom?
Well, you can't get it until you go grab the potion and bring it back.
Right.
That's why you wouldn't want the mushroom.
Yes.
It's also Toad's first playable appearance.
That's true. And this bothers me. Now, in, like, New Super Mario Bros. U, you play, if you got 4 players, you got Mario, you got Luigi, you have a Toad, and then do you have the princess?
You have another Toad.
You have another Toad.
You have Toad.
You just another blue Toad. That bugs me. There's no good reason for that. I get that Princess Peach is who you're trying to rescue in all those games, but why? We all played as Peach! Okay. No, I don't want that, actually. Oh, damn it. Oh! So they come down to where you're at. So you want to jump, right? No,
Yeah, you just gotta walk forward.
See, I walked right off him. I don't think you have to walk forward. I think you just can't be ducking.
Yeah?
Didn't work that time.
It's because you have to walk forward.
I walked right off him! You saw it happen! That time I wasn't walking, I was moving with him just fine. Might just be where you land.
It's thrilling.
You're the one who set up this challenge. I'm perfectly okay to not be doing this. Alright.
Well, if anybody has any suggestions on how to stand on these guys,
A couple more tries. And then I'm just gonna give up.
give it to me. I'm ready to do this.
No.
It's not enough
This
to
is
give
not-
up.
this is-
It's just I can't be
No,
right.
you're not allowed to do it either, because it's boring. I have to watch these later. Hey, somebody's here.
Just get good, Scrubs. Says,
Yeah. Casburn. Thank you, Casburn.
Sounds some shade in that voice.
Well, I was just told to get... Oh! I was just told to get good.
Yeah, well...
That's some shade.
That's solid advice, though. Yeah.
I want to do that so I get a heart. Oh, it's inside the wall. Come on! Come on!
Get good.
That's... Oh, crap. You're still not getting good. Yes, I know. I'm aware I'm not. And now I got us a game over.
Oh, we have two
continues.
All right.
We should go back to the beginning and start over.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious, because we're going to want those continues later in the game.
This is what I'm going to do.
I'm
going to set up a save state right here.
Alright. Don't talk about those.
Alright, so we're back on 2-1, right? Where's pause? Where is pause?
There is no pause.
Yeah, there is. You've paused before.
Okay.
You can't pause in the underworld.
Alright.
There's absolutely a pause.
I don't remember this game being this frustrating. But then that's just kind of just how games were back then.
It was, yeah, it was, you gotta get your money's worth.
Yeah.
You know, you'd only get 2 games a year.
Yep.
Holiday and birthday.
Yeah, birthday and Christmas. Or Hanukkah or whatever.
That's why I said holiday. For our non-genteel followers.
I'm not a Christian. I love Christmas. Like that? That's a funny thing. It's like, the war on Christmas! Because, you know, Bill O'Reilly just got years out of that one. But it was like, other people want to say celebrate other things, therefore, it's probably nicer if you say Happy Holidays, because you don't know that they celebrate Christmas. And there are multiple holidays. Like, even if you are a Christian, there is Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's all bundled together. So you say Happy Holidays, it's just a way of being like, yeah, all my bases are covered. And it's just a way of being nice to a person. But Bill O'Reilly, partisan hack Bill O'Reilly, got several years out of calling that some kind of bullshit war on Christmas. I don't think anybody really cared. Like,
no.
Was that ever really... That was just manufactured outrage?
Yeah. And it's funny because the actual war on Christmas is with the people who aren't really appreciating what the holiday's for.
Sure.
They don't actually watch the Charlie Brown Christmas.
No.
Have Linus's big speech at the end.
Was it peace on earth and goodwill towards men?
That is the,
yeah,
that's the idea.
That is not at all what, you know, oh, the war on Christmas! Like, no, dude. Just be nicer. Just be nice. Be a nice person. Start there. Start there and work backwards. Don't start it. I need to be outraged for money and work backwards. There's plenty in the world to actually be outraged about. So what's the first Nintendo game you got for Christmas?
Zelda 2.
Zelda 2? I got Castlevania 2.
That's rough.
I figured it out! I don't know how. I beat it as a kid. It's impossible to know how! I must have bought a book.
Yeah, Castlevania 2 is one of the ones that had those red player's guides that for some reason didn't give away what the final boss's weak point and traits were.
Yeah.
To help you learn to deal with it yourself.
There is no way to know how to beat that game. It's, you know, you get to points where you get cryptic clues that are poorly written, and in some cases outright lie to you. And one thing says, like, hit Deborah Cliff with your head. And what it really means is you need to have a red crystal equipped, and when you get to Deborah Cliff, bow down and pray. And then a tornado comes and whisks you off somewhere else to the rest of the game that you couldn't otherwise get to. And there's no way of knowing that you were supposed to do that. God knows how I figured it out. There was no hotline yet. I didn't know the number. You know, I mean, yeah, I probably could have called the Nintendo hotline and had them explain it to me, but I didn't know that until I was in high school.
And those were real people that, like, actually just knew how to play a bunch of games. They didn't transfer
Dude, that was somebody's job, was to get really good at a video game.
And every parent, when they heard that, their eyes lit up.
Yeah.
Like, maybe there is something to little Billy's obsession.
But that was like 10 people who worked for Nintendo of America. And that's it. That's everybody who got paid for playing video games. Without also having a journalism degree of some kind. Or creative writing, or, you know, whatever qualified you to work at GamePro. What do you think? They want you to have, like, a publishing background, right?
No. Enthusiast Press doesn't care about credentials.
You gotta remember, I don't think they were Enthusiast Press yet. I don't think they were bought and paid for yet.
Oh, they instantly...
Because they give terrible reviews to really huge games. Of course, their curve was always... They had the faces.
Yep.
And the curve was like, the bottom two, you just never see those. But that's any site. The worst game ever is a 5. A 5 out of 10.
The only game
It's always been that way!
The only game I've ever seen get less than a 5 out of 10 was a Nintendo DS game called LOL. L-O-L. And what it was this little tool to text your friends using the DS to talk to them. Which is a feature that is native to the DS's OS.
Yeah, it's already built in.
Yeah. And apparently that was made by some...
Did it at least work on the internet?
No.
Okay, because that would make sense.
No, it just uses the Wi-Fi that's inherent. And the reason they gave it a 1 is because it was basically proto-shovelware before shovelware was a thing.
Shovelware's been a thing since the Nintendo.
I understand.
In fact,
but you're missing what I'm saying. I'm talking about the modern asset flip.
Sure.
How's that?
Yeah.
I'll use words that
avoid like shovelware.
I'll avoid this whole digression by just saying...
What else are we talking about? We're talking about video games. It's a video game stream. But shovelware, Nintendo was the first company to have any measures against that. It's because Atari had crashed the whole market with that terrible E.T. game. And nobody was making video game systems, and Nintendo had to promise that every unsold NES they would buy back from every retailer. And if they hadn't done that, who knows, like, what the state of video games right now would look like.
They had a couple other...
And they had that Nintendo certified seal of approval. That didn't mean the game was good, it just meant this game has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And it turns on and works. It's...
That's also the reason that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, among others, was made by Ultra, even though it was released by Konami, because... at the time, you could not have more than 5 games a year come out on your imprint.
Really?
Yep. So a lot of them created these vanity presses.
Yeah, secondary imprints.
So 5 games came out from Konami and another 5 from Ultra.
I know Tengen made unlicensed games. Like, they had different shells. They didn't come in the NES box.
And they didn't have the seal of approval. This is why you want Toad.
Right. But it's impossible to get Toad up there.
It's not impossible. Oh.
None of those are coins. Why?
Interesting.
That's bizarre. Maybe you need to be on the overworld for that, and not in a building?
Thought I could ride him the whole way.
That'd be nice.
There. I'll just wait for this. I hate you alls. This is the most anemic star.
I could never stand playing Luigi.
That floaty jump.
Yeah.
That's just part of the fun.
Like, I love Peach's floaty jump because you could control it. His is just out of control. And I think it bothered me that his legs looked all shaky.
One less guy you got chasing you. So you taunt him into going to the wrong side. And...
You know, another game as gift I remember getting is going to be the most Catholic sentence. I got Godzilla for the NES.
Oh, that was a giant
It was
mess.
a lovely game. It was awesome. I still play it. I got Godzilla for the NES for my first Eucharist. It's a thing. So you're in 2nd grade, you can finally start taking the sacrament. You can receive the body of Christ. And they give little kids wine. And nobody talks about that ever.
When you said the first Eucharist, I thought that was the first time that you got to hear Bob Euchre call an Indians game. Alright, so now we're going to do our Fanto run.
Seriously, is it not weird that little Catholic kids are drinking wine?
It's so little. It's like a...
Yeah, dude, I caught a buzz. Like, it's not... They tip that thing into your mouth. They give you, like, a good mouthful of wine and you're 80 pounds, maybe. I always assume they use non-alcoholic wine, but they do not.
No.
And you know what it is, though? Because I was an altar boy later in life. It's Franzia. It's the boxed wine from the grocery store. Mass bought. And all the communion wafers don't come in a chalice all holy. They come in a pack of wafers like Ritz crackers. Like, before seeing behind the scenes at a Catholic Mass was interesting. How is he not hitting you?
Skills. All you gotta do is just run towards him a little bit. Not interested in any of that. Not interested in any of that. That's right, we got what's his name? Because the other one is like try something.
I have no idea.
That was the boss fight.
It was a bunch of snakes. Sure.
Just run right. Now we fight
now-
the snake. Now we
now
fight
you
the
got
snake. There's another one of those that had like a trick to it, where you could just build a wall and then take your time.
Right.
Or not. There we go. Yeah, it was so weird the way that it would, way this controls as far as grabbing stuff from...
What are these things?
That's a Shy Guy bird.
No, that you're holding.
They're
They're plastic mushrooms.
yeah. I always saw them as, like, containers, like jugs or, like, pill holders.
I always thought of them as mushrooms, but it just never really occurred to me that they're, like, made of formica.
That's how you do it. You hold it real close and you think. You think good
I
thoughts.
remember doing, you know, just... Can't believe that worked.
Only works once when I'm talking about it. There we go.
All life is good.
I got 2, buddy. I got 3 stars,
Right.
and then I got a cherry.
So we're out of the desert world, right?
Yep, we are now in World 3, which I believe is water. Princess is cool. Oh no, it's...
The
yeah,
slowest pickup animation. But I always played her anyway. Even through the desert. I'd play her the whole game.
It's the one where you go down to warp.
If ever there was an option to play as a woman in a video game, I always took it. I still do for the most part.
I'm not the person who always picks a woman, but I'm definitely not going to pick the grizzled white guy with the 5 o'clock shadow
Yeah, I'm
and
so over that guy.
the fade.
And who's the guy who voices literally all of them?
Nolan North.
Not literally all of them.
It's most of them.
Yeah.
That was the gag in Saints Row the 4th, when there was like male 1, male 2, male 3, female 1, female 2, female 3, and then your last option was just
Nolan North.
it was actually Nolan North. It was great.
I love it when video games poke fun at themselves that way.
Yeah, it's Saints Row 4 is really interesting because and there was another person who had said this, but you want to go for it, you can try.
I mean,
You need all three. I think you need all three cups set up there,
okay.
or two of them at least, to get some height, so that you can fall down into the space you need to be.
Let's
Let's
find
just see
out.
if we can get there.
Let's just find out. See if this is anything. Saints Row 4.
Yeah. So, Grand Theft Auto 5 is essentially the Seltzer and Freeburg of video games. A lot of their jokes are just, hey, do you remember this thing that exists? And we're making fun of it. Oh, it wasn't nearly that far. We're not taking this warp, though. Oh, wait, yeah, we can. This is just a stage skip. It's not a warp. But Grand Theft Auto 5, a lot of those jokes just don't work. And they're just, oh, aren't we making fun and being, rebellious? It's the other way. Are we being rebellious because we're mentioning Hollywood and Hollywood's the worst? It's like, no, you're really not. And same.
Hollywood makes better Hollywood jokes.
Yeah. Grand Theft Auto 5 is a very dumb game that wants you to think it's smart.
Yeah.
Whereas Saints Row 4 is a very smart game that wants you to think it's dumb.
It's an excellent way of putting it.
Yeah,
Is that the one with the dubstep gun?
Yes, there's a gun that shoots dubstep.
It shoots dubstep. Wobble, 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 wow, wow. That's cool. That's great.
I'm gonna go with Mario here. I want a little more height on my jumps. But I don't want to have Luigi's floatiness. And then there's just like random ostrich.
Yeah. Can I do a stream in here without somebody doing yard work right outside?
Nope. That's against the law. Law.
At least they're not still building that condo behind me. Nice.
I guess. Sure.
What's down? Now you're playing Pitfall.
Yes.
And you get
Pitfall, actually, there is a insane internal logic to Pitfall, where, like, going left counts 3 screens, going right counts 1 screen, and so that's how you can count going back and forth. There's...
What do you mean counts?
So, in Pitfall...
That was weird.
Yeah, it's a wall jump. In Pitfall, if you go left, it counts going 3 steps, so you go past 3 screens. If you go right, it counts as 1 step. So what you end up doing is, if you need to go 2 screens to the left, can I just go down?
I think you need to carry it down there.
I can't.
Okay.
You can absolutely drop it. Just not by. You have to be farther.
I don't think you can.
So, if you need to go 2 screens to the left, you go 1 to the left, then 1 to the right, and that'll get you 2 screens for when you need to go up and down, because there's the down area and the up area.
That is incredibly bizarre.
Yeah, and nobody knew that, which is why the game made no sense, because there were no instruction manuals. But yeah, this way was way easier. Should have done that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did it my way. That's stupid. Let's see you get the last one, though. You have to run all the way around. You grab...
That's fine.
Alright, you can make it!
Just let it go.
Alright with that ladder?
We'll see if this happens. Boom. Or bomb.
Ah!
Why does it say bomb?
To let you know.
I know it was a bomb. Bombs go boom. Bombs don't go bomb.
Yes, this is how you go all the way back. It is a pitfall, like...
Yeah, look at that. That's totally Pitfall.
Yep.
Oh, what the... What even happened?
How much of this do we have to redo? None of it. Great. Mario's got a little bit of play in his movement, especially when you're holding down run.
Right. And I always do.
But now we are right back at the beginning, going back down.
Casperin says bomb is perhaps an onomatopoeia for the sound it makes when it goes off. Okay. I can accept that in this world, when a bomb explodes, the sound it makes is bomb. Oh.
It's alright.
I know.
Whoa. That was awkward.
Can you can do that since you're little.
Probably. That's gonna make it way easier. Am I going up or am I going over? Hedgehogs.
Hedgehogs? I don't remember hedgehogs.
I don't either, but they will give me hearts if I kill all of them, so...
Is that why we're here? I don't... Heart! Heart! Get the heart! Oh!
That's fine. Nope, guessed wrong. Yeah, well. Let's see if I can get out of here. Nice.
So all of that was for a mushroom that we can't even use.
And the exit.
And, okay, alright.
I mean, boom is not far off from bomb.
I just wonder if that was like a translation error, or if...
No, because it's art.
What do you...
Like, it's an art asset in the game that says bomb.
Yes, so that would be a translation error. They wanted it to say boom, and they instead wrote bomb. Like, maybe whoever did that grew up watching Bugs Bunny cartoons and would see the boom. Or if that was just a weird intentional thing. Did you hear that? Bum bum?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
Hang on here. Alright. That's right, I'm gonna die messing around. Watch me. See if I don't then. So yeah, stream watchers, let us know what this bird's name is.
Let's look it up.
You're gonna look it
I'll
up?
look it up.
Alright.
What else are we doing?
Playing Mario 2. Alright. Final World 3. I always thought it was weird that the Ice World, which is World 4, the Ice World has the Fire Boss, and this world does not.
That is weird. I'm just gonna check this. Bird head from Super Mario 2.
Check out these pictures.
It does not have a name. They're just called mask gates.
Great.
That's weird that it's a bird for no reason. That's the warp, isn't it?
It might be. But we're
I'm
not taking
it.
warps.
Yeah, I'm not used to that.
Oh, it's one of those where you gotta go all the way back. What's in this door? Okay!
How did that happen?
I hit a bomb.
So just don't go through that door. I hate it when games do that.
Yeah, you need to telegraph whatever
There needs to
your
be like
dumb
a
thing is.
warning sign there that just says like don't go through here, and then you let players dumb enough to go, I wonder what's through there. Or
This is where the key is.
you can I think
Yeah.
you can
Yeah,
go
you
right. Like you can this is a Kid Icarus reference. Yeah, because this is just World 1 of Kid Icarus, I think. I never picked that up until just now.
Kid Icarus was such a badly designed game because the very first part is super duper hard, especially when you're at your weakest. I don't think anybody made it past that first tower.
Yeah, hardly anybody.
And then as soon as you do, the whole game opens up, and there's a whole game there I had no idea about until I was a grown man.
Right. That was just... That game was pretty hardcore.
And never got a sequel until the DS much later.
I hope its name is Bird to really annoy Joe. Yeah, that would have annoyed me. Not as much as what happened. Okay. Oh, darn it. Ah! So you learned to, like, understand his movements. I never did. I just threw the key and ran.
It's really not tricky. The Shy Guys are always gonna spawn and come after you.
I'm not worried about them. I'm talking about Phantos.
Well, I'm saying so you can use that information. I guess he doesn't climb the key. You can use that information to get the Shy Guys to do what you want, giving you...
I don't care about the Shy Guys. I'm talking
saying
about Phantos.
These Shy Guys
Yeah.
constrict what you're able to do movement-wise.
Yeah, but I didn't have a problem with that. It was like not knowing where Phantos was going was my problem.
But yeah, once you got them all predicted, you just run in a straight line.
Well, now he's... I mean, he's not chasing you.
He is, though. He'll be here. Boop. Told ya. Alright. I'd let go of B at one point. What do they want you to do here? Oh, these are only down, pass through.
I don't know. Woo!
Yeah. A little pixel perfect platforming for you.
You said a thing, so
Yeah.
You know.
There we go.
Oh!
That's alright.
This game's hard.
Is it? I think we're just bad. There are people who speedrun this and get it done in minutes.
That doesn't mean the game's not hard. That just means those people are super good at it.
Let's get good, as Casperin has suggested.
How many worlds are there?
7. Again, a departure from the first one.
Yep.
There are actually 21 stages in this game instead of 32. And we actually have to play this one.
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah, I would love to, Casperin. Casperin says, why don't you try Super Meat Boy? I would love to. I think that there are advancements Meat Boy has made in the playing of video games as far as, like, being good at having just the tightest control scheme. But it's definitely in that area where it's a little more challenging than maybe constitutionally some of us can handle.
Yeah, there's a level of frustration I'm willing to put up with. I am not the princess.
Yep, that's why I said earlier, you'll have to play this stage for real.
Lovely.
Do not believe you can do a super jump holding that.
Come on, come on, come on. Got it.
The skills. It's kind of leech strats that you come to our channel for.
Strats?
Yeah.
Strategies.
Yeah.
Thought we were talking guitars for a second. Well, this is
What is
no
your
good.
plan here?
There is no way out of this! Ah! Blarg!
That's the other way to do that.
I mean...
He's gonna respawn.
Yeah.
I'm
just gonna leave all those things. I really wanted to finish Zelda 2, but... playing the other weird Nintendo game nobody likes. It's either your favorite or you hate it. Seems like for most people.
It's not my favorite, nor do I hate it, but it is definitely a different game.
Yep.
Which I think a lot of people weren't prepared for. But then going back and playing the Lost Levels, like, that game wasn't better.
No!
Than this. If we think this is hard, like, Lost Levels is hair pulling out hard.
Now you're throwing fireballs, man? What's up? There we go.
Look how tiny Toad is.
Yep. Little baby Toad! Nope.
Alright, so now I gotta beat 3-2 and no lives.
I'm surprised this didn't catch on. That, like, have multiple players to choose from.
With different skill sets?
Yeah, different physics. They handle differently.
I mean, they kind of did.
I guess it's 4 times the testing of we need to test every level with every character. But you really didn't see that again until games where it was itself the gimmick, like Lost Vikings. You gotta control all of them at once. I mean, there were a ton of games that you could pick a character, but it was just a reskin of the same physics. These were quantifiably different, depending on who you chose. Okay, don't be dumb like me and take another one from up there, yeah.
Wouldn't let me drop it. It's too close. There we go. If I can take this POW block. I'll bet you I can. Unfortunately, I forgot to hold B, so...
That was ugly.
Yeah, well. These things happen.
With these controllers, and the Wii U controllers, I started to talk about this last week. The problem is when they lose connection, they don't just do nothing. They continue pressing whatever button you were already pressing. So, like, I'm on the top of a tower in Breath of the Wild. I'm just looking at stuff and I'm walking. And I get to the edge and I stop walking, but it loses connection and then walks me right off and kills me. And these have that same problem. Like, the Wii controllers never had that problem. The Wii U tablet never had that problem. It was either working or it wasn't. These, there's errors. Did you ever try to get a wireless controller when you were a kid?
No.
The ones that worked on radio frequency, those were awful. None of them worked. Why would you do that? What did you do?
Hang on. Hang on, I can fix this. Alright. Alright, 2 coins. Boom! That's what I do. I'm a silverback.
So I played this for like a month as a kid, but when the Game Boy Advance came out, there was Super Mario Advance.
Right, which was Mario
Which was
2.
this.
Yeah, just...
It's just weird that they started with this. They didn't start with, like...
I think everybody was done with Mario 1.
Yeah.
Everyone who wanted to had played it by then.
But then it was like Super Mario Advance 2, Super Mario World 3, or Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island. Like, it just started getting... The naming convention started getting irritating. A foreshadow of their eventual failure of titling the Wii U. And then calling things the new. The new Super Mario, new 3DS, new 3DS XL.
So it goes. All right, 3-3. You got this. Princess. All right. We're doing Princess.
I'm gonna fly.
Good luck. Extremely Star Fox voice. Good luck.
Yeah. Leftmost? No. Rightmost? Yes. That is, I believe, the first appearance of the Bob-omb.
It is. We've talked about this. You don't
No,
take
no,
that
I mean,
POW
in-
back
I
with
mean-
you. Take that POW back with you. Extra POW.
Neat. Drop the Bob-omb.
That was in classified information.
I remember that. That was a book that you could buy through, like, Scholastic. Like,
No. That was the yellow pages in Nintendo Power.
Oh, okay. Nothing over there. What was that book? Did you guys have Scholastic?
Oh
in
yeah, we
Florida?
had the book fair. That was the best
Yeah.
day of the year. Was when the book fair came around.
So that door was nothing, right?
Well, that's the exit, or that's the key.
Okay, so that's the one I do need. This door is go through, get hit with a bomb.
Yeah. Well, let's try it again. I might have been wrong. Jump.
Did you just walk through with a bomb or something?
No.
How did this happen?
I don't know.
Well, that didn't help me none. Boing.
How nice of her to curtsy.
Peach is a little bit, Anita Sarkeesian talks about this girl as character. Oh, I need to bring things up
Need
here.
a ninjak.
Yep. I think I need several of them.
Nope, just one. He jumps in, and he jumps in place, and you can just down to build your charge, and then jump off him at his highest.
He's gone.
He's down where he originally was.
That is a huge drag. You know, where they'd put a girl in something, like in anything, you know, Ninja Turtles, whatever. That's the worst girl as character ever, by the way, is Venus de Milo on Ninja Turtles and X-Mutation.
Especially because it's all the others are artists, and she's a piece of art.
Yeah. And, yeah.
You just gotta stay out of his sight, man.
Oh, man, come
Just
on.
let him walk away first, and you get
He
more
doesn't-
time. He does. He turns back when he sees you.
See, he don't jump that high. Oh,
Yeah,
there
he
we
does.
go. Do I go through the door?
Nope. Well, yeah. I don't know. Let's find out.
I don't know.
That thing's about to kill you, so let's go in the door.
Yeah, I worked really hard to get up here, and if I go through the door, it might not come back, whereas this, I can definitely go back. Son of a...
Well, now I'm princess.
You have floaty jump.
That's not good. Floaty jump does not help me.
You forgot the star.
With a ninjak?
Yeah, you can't get anywhere without him.
Right. Alright.
Anyway, I want to talk more about girl as character. Is it okay? Ever?
I mean, what's the alternative? Is
The alternative is to actually have a character like Mario is confident. He's a bit of a cipher, kind of. You know, he's plucky. But you're
He's
meant to like
Italian.
kind of put yourself into him. He's just kind of hero, you know. But then you've got Toad, who's kind of subservient. You've got Luigi, who's really nervous and easily terrified. Like, they have kind of characters. She just has girl. She just has bakes cake, kisses Mario.
Does she bake cakes?
Yeah. Mario 64 was all about, come to the castle, I've made a cake for you. And then when you win, she says, I'm gonna bake you a cake.
Well, now we see that I betrayed my N64 knowledge because.
See, look, dude, he doesn't go away. It's just random what he does.
I'm certain there's a way to control him.
Well, whatever it is, I don't know it. So I'm gonna do me. Oh no. Oh,
If nothing else, wait till he goes far enough away that you.
he
have
doesn't go far
He
enough
does.
away.
Like there.
Like, I'm not gonna just sit here.
You know, check that door. Maybe it's a.
If
I
we
mean,
go
let's
through
check
that
it.
door.
Let's see what happens.
No, if I go through that door. Okay, here's my thinking. If I go through that door, there might not be a way back.
Okay.
If I go up, there's definitely a way back to the door.
All right. There's a bird about to hit you.
I'm just gonna get hit, so let's just do that.
You gotta go fast, man. Sonic rules.
Why are you not floating?
Why are you trying to float?
Why is she not? Because I don't want to be climbing those chains. I just want to float across to the very last one, and she wouldn't do it. All right, we're done.
We're done?
We got to start over. Let's play a different game.
All right.
What do you want to play?
3D Worldrunner.
All right. I will go. Well, I got it. Whatever it is, I got to go find it.
It's fair.
We should do something on Steam anyway.
Just put in Super Meat Boy.
I don't. Do we have it?
Should be available. But if you'll give us just a second, folks, we're going to go on a quick intermission, get a new game loaded up and ready to play, and we will play, hopefully, something even more aggravating than this. So stay with us.
Oh, I don't have that installed.
It's less than 100 megs. It's less than 10 megs. So give us just a moment, folks.
What is it saying?
It's saying exit Nestopia.
Don't say that out loud.
Well, why don't you pause?
I don't have a pause set up to answer that question, so we're just going to have some dead air.
Should do that for 3 hours a week.
I super don't have Super Meat Boy.
I'll pick something else.
It's got to be something we can play with a gamepad.
Just hit pause streaming on OBS.
There isn't a pause streaming button.
Stop.
No, you shouldn't ever do that.
Okay.
I have nothing we can play with a gamepad.
Play Fallout on gamepad.
Say what?
You play Fallout on gamepad natively.
I would need to do a lot of prep for that.
Would you?
Yes.
Okay, just go new game Fallout.
Nope.
Sofa Justice Steam account?
No, I mean, not that I can pull up easy. I just got your Worldrunner.
Okay.
Tell me when I'm there.
Stop. Perfect. The 3D Battles of Worldrunner. Square put this game out, 1987. This is one of those
Yeah,
games...
the Final Fantasy people.
Yep. This is one of those games that I would rent from Bob Rich Video in Miami Shores.
I kept trying to rent this from Video Theater Movie Club on Lake City Way, and I would end up with Load Runner. Because one of my friends, my friend Mikey as a kid, had this game, and I super wanted to play it. Every time, I'd wind up with the wrong game. I'd see both of them and go, which one is it? And they didn't have the box art. Because, you know, that's in the back. Because you could only see the front of it. They cut the front off the thing and have a little sleeve or whatever. So I couldn't turn it around and look at the screenshots. And every single time I picked the wrong one. And I hated Load Runner. Load Runner was terrible. So I've never played this.
Really?
Never.
But you've seen it played.
Yeah, my friend Mikey had it.
It's very... it cheats a little bit in that the horizontal size of the game is not large. You'll need to press up to run faster.
Why? Why would I want to do that?
Because when you get to jumps, you have to be going full speed or you don't make it all the way
Okay, but
across.
super seems like I don't need to be doing that.
Well,
So-
now we're in the dark world.
I don't know what that means.
Well, you're on a timer. That's the other
Well,
reason
then
you
what's
run.
the point of all these stars if I'm not supposed to stop and get them all?
You are supposed to get them all. You're supposed to get them all at a dead run. Throughout the world, in fact.
I'd rather just take my time.
You don't have time.
It seems like I do.
Okay.
Where is the timer?
Do you see that bar that is clicking down above the phrase World 1B at the bottom?
Not even a little. I feel like that's just maybe my progress through the level. I don't know
Nope,
that.
that's how much time you have left. If you stand still, it will go down.
No, because I just warped.
In the subworld, it didn't count. But also, it's a running game. So you're going to want to go as fast as possible.
Why did you not want that balloon?
Because I'd rather get to the hard stages, and I'd rather collect the power-up that lets me finally shoot. Because before you can shoot, the game is not fantastic.
This is some, like, proto Mode 7 stuff.
Yeah, I mean...
But not really. I mean, it's... But it's the same kind of workaround.
Yeah. There you go, see?
To having 3D.
It is a timer. See me hit World 3 before it reset?
Yeah, but it reset because you hit World 3. So
Yeah,
why are you
because
in
I
such
was-
a damn hurry?
Because I...
You could have collected way more stuff back there where the game was still easy.
The game's all about momentum.
Alright.
I don't know, it's just this great mix of Twitch gaming and, like, speed, time trials. It's exciting, I think. And whatever you do, don't hit select.
What if you just, like, keep going right or left?
It wraps around. The game cheats.
Okay. So there's really only this much. And whatever
Right.
scrolls off the left side just scrolls right back onto the right side?
So that's the game.
You remember that dragon?
Yep. So go ahead and hit start and see if you can get to World 4. I'll let you go as slow as you like, and I won't say a word about your gameplay. So World 1 is just introducing you to the concept of enemies and things. Now, it does have dynamic jumping, so you don't always have to jump as far as it goes. And, in a lot of cases, you shouldn't. Because there are... Yeah. Go ahead and keep going.
Interesting.
Yes. And that's part of that memory I was talking about, where you have to both memorize the course, and when by memorize the course, I mean the vertical course of Worldrunner, not the horizontal course, because you're just going left or right, and it's repeating the info. That's why you want to be going fast.
Right.
You can't speed up in midair. But you can slow down. Yeah, and the game gets obviously much more challenging.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo! That was close.
Thrilling.
See, I got all my time back. I could have... What does stars get me?
Points at the end. You need points for extra lives.
Okay, well then I super need all of those. I see. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I jump over those?
No, it always stops you. You have to go. You have to
Around
not
them?
hit them. But they only stop you. The fire obviously kills you.
It's weird that they're making stuff like this, and then they made Final Fantasy, and then it was just RPGs forever
Well, you know the history behind why it's called Final Fantasy, right?
because they were out of money.
Yeah. Square's like, well,
That's the
3D,
urban legend anyway.
3D Worldrunner didn't really set anybody on fire.
It was this is all we get. This is it. This doesn't hit. We're done. I don't know that that's true, or if that's just one of those urban legends.
Why else do they call it Final Fantasy?
I can think of about 1 billion reasons why they would call it Final Fantasy that don't involve the company folding. Like, that might just be one of those stories of some kid thought up, why did they call it Final Fantasy? And that was a clever enough story that it propagated. Video games are full of those.
There are a lot of stories being written.
Everybody, yeah, we talked last week, everybody had the uncle that worked at Nintendo.
And they make a system that can play SNES and Genesis.
Yeah.
But it costs $1 million.
Or it's only in Japan. That was always the big... It's only in Japan. Because it was plausible, because things did come out there first. And everybody knew that.
Now, if I'd known we were going to be playing 3D Worldrunner, I would have brought my 3D glasses and we would absolutely be pressing select.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not just a clever name.
Wow, that's really... That is awful. Rad Racer had that too.
Yeah.
Did they make that?
No, Rad Racer was NES.
No.
Oh, yes.
Somebody, no. Pull out your phone. Look it up. Rad Racer was not Nintendo.
And it was rare.
Yeah, it might have been Rare. Rare? Did they exist yet?
Oh, yes.
I don't think they existed yet. Okay, what just happened? I didn't hit anything. That just keeps happening. I guess, was I already in the balloon world and that was me coming back?
Yes.
Alright.
Nope.
So you always answer things very confidently, whether you know that you're correct or not. Who made Rad Racer? Let's see.
Well, next week we will bring our 3D glasses. And we will play this in 3D for you at home.
Well, you know what?
It's rare, isn't it?
It's Square.
Square made Rad Racer?
Yeah. Published by Nintendo Square and Mattel. Of all people.
I could see that. They'd probably want some tie-ins with their line of race cars.
It came out in the era when every game had the same box art. You know, where you'd have the pixelized version of the game up here.
Yeah, all the Nintendo branded games did that.
Yeah, all of them. Well, yeah.
All the Nintendo published ones. Yeah, that little stutter when you pick up a star is very disorienting.
What else were we talking about? Who?
Rad Racer.
There was something else I was going to look up. Oh well, that'll just drive me nuts later as I review this footage.
Yeah, basically you always want to have the shortest jump you think you can have, but there's no way of knowing whether a jump is short enough until you've played the stages enough.
Sure. So this is most, memorization of what's coming next. This is your proto Star Fox that way.
Yeah, it's a rail shooter of sorts.
I always found that weird that rail shooters relied so heavily on you will play this 1,000 times.
Well, that's just artifact of
Coin op.
Yeah, of the arcades.
We super want your money. The quicker we can kill you and make you put another quarter in, the better.
Which was really sad that they didn't adapt to what, what the home console was saying was, you're only going to get one shot at this. Where the home console was like, you have this forever. And it took them a long time to get to the story. I think Dragon Warrior was part of that evolution. Dragon Warrior obviously never was in an arcade.
Yeah.
Because you want to talk about people overwriting your saves when you return the rental.
Oh, man.
Alright, it's about time to fight that dragon.
This reminds me of Space Harrier.
Yeah.
From the arcade.
Oh! That was it, too. That was the jump.
Which I think Space Harrier had that same kind of dragon enemy.
It's likely.
Did Square make both?
Yeah, if I was going to do it...
No, it was Sega.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That's right. That was a Genesis game.
So if you were going to do an awesome games done quick, what would you pick? Because I think I would probably...
Uplink.
Uplink. You can tear through Uplink?
I can tear through Uplink. It's...
Oh, yeah. It says Square right there at the bottom. Square presents, yeah.
And I might do that someday on stream. I think I probably will play Uplink. Yeah, just give me a second. Because normally it operates in a kind of economy like a Privateer or Elite Dangerous or whatever, where you take missions and earn money. But I have a trick. And it's not a cheat. It's not an exploit. It's within the game. There's a way to hack a bank and just take all the money. And once you have all the money, you could buy all the best hardware and now you're just ready for the story of the game, and you have all the best stuff. So I'll probably do that someday. So far, I'm sensing that I would get bored with this very quickly as a kid.
I never did. Learning every jump and being able to do it fast enough to get the bonuses at the end of the stage.
Yeah.
I never played it in 3D. I mean, I had glasses, but like I didn't. That was never the draw of it.
Like they come with the game. I know everybody I knew who had Rad Racer, none of them had the glasses.
They all rented it or got it secondhand. And you want to talk about? Remember Star Tropics?
Yeah.
Came with the best copyright protection of all time.
What was that?
At one point in the game, Star Tropics, the game, says, check the map your uncle left you. And there was a map that shipped, like it was game, the little sleeve, it was the game, the little sleeve, an instruction manual, and a little folded up map. And it said, check the map your grandfather gave you, there's a secret when it gets wet. And the map...
Oh, yeah, this is where everybody got stuck,
Yep.
if I remember.
Because the map just didn't go when you rented it or borrowed it, and you would actually get the map wet, and it would tell you the secret code to open, and that was their copyright protection.
That's not nearly as bad.
It's novel. It's not bad at all.
I don't mean. I'm talking like in terms of frustrating ways to get stuck in a video game pre-internet. The X-Men arcade, or no, the X-Men like.
The bad LJN title?
For the Genesis.
Oh, the one you have to reset?
You have to reset the console, and on no other console, no other game, could you reset and the game would continue. Like, you just had been trained so hard forever.
Don't press that
Don't
reset.
ever press reset, or you'll lose all of your progress. Like, who would even think to do that?
Yeah.
I am not good.
But you kind of invested, right?
A little bit. I don't know if we can get an hour and a half out of this.
I could get an hour and a half out of this easy.
All right, we gotta come up with stuff to talk about.
I forget. The stars are used for something. Either they're worth points at the end of the stage, which I don't think, or they're your ammo when you fight the boss.
Oh.
When it straight up turns into Space Harrier, where you can fly and you can maneuver in a 3D space. So I don't remember which it is, but it's one of the two. Now, are you going to be playing for on Sofa Justice Warriors on Twitch? Are you going to be playing FTL tomorrow?
I'm not sure.
I think you should.
Why?
Because you didn't beat it.
No, but I mean, if that's the bar, I'm never gonna beat it.
It's beatable.
Ish. I came the closest. I was considering doing a run where I'd probably die all the time if I played it again, because I got super lucky every time. Just all of the dice rolls went my way. Where
should have used
last week the name. Shut up. The name was. The name was FTL, I suck at FTL, and then I turned out to be really good at FTL that day.
Well,
so maybe the next one will be FTL, I'm good at FTL, and then I'll suck at FTL that day. That might be what I do. I've also considered doing Minecraft, just because I haven't played in a while and they've updated it. And I like sometimes just vegging out with some Minecraft, but then what would I talk about?
You talk about how the creator of Minecraft is a huge piece of garbage.
He is a piece of human garbage.
But there is some...
None of the money goes to him anymore. He made his money.
There is some justice, though, because by all accounts, Notch now... He bought a giant 20-bedroom house in Los Angeles.
Where he didn't know anybody.
Yeah, where he didn't know anybody, and it's got, like, an awesome candy wall. Like, you ever seen those candy walls where there's these huge...
Like movie theaters,
cylinders,
yeah.
and you just like buy by the ounce or whatever. He's got those basically set on free play in his giant game room, and he has no friends to come over and help him eat all this candy. He's just this miserable Norwegian guy in a huge house in Beverly Hills
with just garbage political opinions.
And he went in hard on a friend of mine, Mike Selinker, who has been designing games and crossword puzzles for longer than Notch has been alive.
Right.
And Mike Selinker tweeted like, I'm never gonna work with Notch. This guy is terrible. And Notch is like, who are you? And he's like, oh, I'm Mike Selinker. I've been working on a billion projects. And he's like, oh. And he's like, I'm never going to work with you. Notch's like, oh, well, best of luck in your future endeavors. And Mike's like, well, thank you. Maybe you could clean up your act. And he's like, that wasn't a compliment.
Oh,
he's like,
yeah.
Really? Are you going to try and go in on him? Like, that's not how that goes. So,
I don't know. You make one game that changes the world, and you think you get to coast on that forever.
I mean, he kind of
He
does.
totally does. That's my point. Is like, yeah, he totally changed video games, and it's a super huge shame that he's a garbage human being.
Never meet your heroes, kids.
No, they're giving like Syrian refugees. They're sitting them down and giving them Minecraft. Like, I don't know. I just read an article about that, and it's helping them. It's helping.
Yeah,
with
because they have a space that is theirs and they can control, which is super important when you're a refugee with no home.
Yeah.
Like having a space that you're able to control.
It's very calming having that sense of accomplishment, and progress when otherwise you're having none.
Yeah, and Legos are super expensive and take up a ton of space that you might not have in like a Red Cross shelter.
Legos are expensive. God, some of those big ones, the big like Ice Planet ones I had as a kid, those were like $60, like in the 90s. Yeah.
Okay, so this is where you get to stop jumping to avoid the green guy.
But that's always the new hot take. It's the Beatles.
Oh, here we go. So now it's Space Harrier. Oh no, it's not my ammo.
This is cool. Why couldn't the whole game just be this?
You gotta earn your fun, baby.
Alright.
3 hits.
Nicely done.
Yeah, they're just lots and lots and lots of points.
Right. So.
And then World 2!
Okay, then.
That's what it looks like in 3D.
Yeah. Ugh, that's awful. I like the space. What are we talking about?
How good it is for kids to have something they can control and how expensive Legos were back then.
But that's the new hot take. The Beatles were garbage. Is Minecraft is bad, actually.
Minecraft is bad, actually.
You don't like Minecraft. A billion people like Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, but my opinion's the one that matters.
Yeah. I'm just saying, there are things that when you don't like them, you're the weird one. You can't just say, well, everybody likes it because they just don't know any better, and I'm so much more sophisticated than them. No, it is fun, and they like it. They are enjoying the thing. I'm sick of those hot takes about, anybody who likes super popular thing is a Philistine, and only I can tell you what's good.
Gatekeeping has value. I think. It's possible.
Like, mild gatekeeping has value. You know what's way better than gatekeeping? Being a good friend.
Enthusiastically enjoy.
And enthusiastically. Oh, if you like Minecraft, you might like this thing. You don't have to go, well, I know something that's like Minecraft, but way better, and Minecraft is actually garbage. You can go, oh, well, if you like Minecraft, here's this thing I also like that has some Minecraft-like elements. Give that a shot. Maybe we can bro out about how we both like this thing. You don't need to be a garbage person and just be like, that thing that everybody super enjoys is terrible. I love Minecraft. I think it's great. Now I don't have to feel bad about anytime I buy another copy about putting money in a terrible person's pocket.
36,500.
I'm not going to beat that.
I think you can.
There's just no way.
You can do it. I have faith in you. But yeah, I never got into it, and...
So it's bad? You never got into it, so it's bad?
I tried it once, and I'm like, this is incomprehensibly dense and looks terrible. And I understand that that's a aesthetic choice.
It's gorgeous. People say that, and all they mean is, like, it's pixel art, therefore bad.
Well, there's a lot of bad pixel art games out there.
Sure.
So...
Minecraft is gorgeous. Like, you watch a sunset in that game... It's super good at a thing you don't like.
Yeah. Yeah, we had that.
Like,
we didn't talk about Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
I asked Joe. I said, because Joe has a record player and he had gotten a copy of Led Zeppelin's 2, And he was super geeking out about it, like you do when you get a copy.
It was an original printing.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I've listened to Immigrant Song, I've listened to all these songs, and it's just these long, noodling guitar solos that
You
are
like
just...
words.
Yeah. And
You like rap.
Yeah, there's all these long, noodling guitar solos, and I'm like, I just don't get what the attraction of Led Zeppelin is. It's just old British guys.
You kept saying it was bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't really get to say Led Zeppelin is bad. Like, you...
But that helped me understand it a
Yeah.
lot, was they are really good at a thing I do not care about
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, they are super good at a thing you don't like. And that's fine that you don't like it. That's absolutely fine. Like, that's 90% of the fighting on the internet could be ended immediately if people could just accept that. If it could just be okay to not like a thing and not be into it. And just go, yeah, they're probably very good, but it didn't blow wind up my skirt. I am just not into this.
Oh, you play with fire, man.
And in video games, alright, I don't want to play anymore. In music, I was just talking about this the other day. We are the last generation of people who get to be mad about music. For this reason. There was only so many hours on MTV. There were only so much airtime on the radio.
And the radio was restricted airspace.
The radio was restricted airspace, and there was only so much space in a record store. So suddenly, I'm way into rock and roll. Hip-hop comes in and takes over. You're delighted, you're a big fan.
Right.
It is not music that I liked at the time. Like, there were, acts like Snoop was great. All the stuff that made it to middle-class white people. Yeah, sure, I was like, this is pretty good. But it dominated everything, and I wasn't that into it. It just wasn't my style of music. So, there's also an element of racism big into that anti-rap backlash that happened previously with disco. Of that whole disco sucks thing. There was some racism going on there, too.
Yep.
It's not that, but it was just, look, this music is coming out, and it's taking over airwaves, and everybody's playing it, and I can't go out to shows anymore of things that I like. They're gone. My music is going away. There was something to be mad about. Okay? So, when Linkin Park came out, and I was like, oh, rock and roll is coming back, and it's coming back terribly. It's, Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, it was just like...
I will never get mad at Linkin Park, because Linkin Park has Mike Shinoda, who is the dumbest person on earth.
Is he?
And, well, he invited Charlie Tuna from Jurassic 5 onto his album. And rule number one of having a solo rap album is do not have guests on your album that are better than you.
Yeah.
Everyone on your album needs to be worse than you are. And he did not follow that one simple rule.
I don't hate Linkin Park now, but that was just at the time. I was mad. I had reasons to be mad about music. Now, video games, there's less reason than ever to be mad about a game doing a thing you don't like. There have never been... Dude, don't...
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see how far I get.
I don't think it even shows up right on the stream. But
looks like
please turn it off, because anybody with epilepsy is going to have a seizure if they watch that. Oof. I've been around when somebody, like, blinking lights caused a seizure. It's... I got super sensitive real quick. So anyway, video games, there's more space for more games than there has ever been. Literally ever been.
Yeah, there's Steam, there's Good Old Games.
There are 3 major consoles. Steam and GOG both going back and forth, like...
And then there's, like, if you want to play old stuff, there's Moby games and shit.
Yeah.
Like, there's abandonware.com where you can play everything.
Yeah. The only thing that's really gone is the arcade.
And even that's experiencing renaissance.
Even
I went to a pinball expo with brand new pinball machines.
Totally. It's more specialized and rarer. It's just not ubiquitous. You can't go to your pizza parlor and there'll be 5 arcade cabinets. You can go to some local movie theaters and there'll be 3 and they'll all be based on movies. But even that. So, it makes no sense to me to get mad about not liking a thing and that thing being popular. Because it used to be, I can't believe everybody likes this horrible thing, and now everything is going to be that. Everything that comes out is going to rip this off. This is going to be the next big trend in games. And if I liked
Open world survival crafting.
I liked 2D platforming. And when the 3D era hit, Super Mario 64 hit. Now I liked Mario 64, but now everything was going to be a 3D platformer. And there are few things I hate more than jumping puzzles in 3D.
Yeah.
I don't have depth perception in real life. Like IRL, I have no depth perception.
That's not true, but
no, I'm serious. That's what my eye doctor told me. She was like, I only ever use one eye at a time, and it's because I had a lazy eye as a kid. So my eyes sit closer to my nose, and so my brain learned to tune out the other eye when I'm looking over here. Because my nose is in the way, because my eyes sit too close together. So, in real life, I don't like jumping puzzles. I certainly don't fucking like them in 3 dimensions. Now, granted, only having 2 dimensions on your TV, my eye thing isn't gonna affect that, but I just don't like them.
I think we can all agree we don't like jumping puzzles or crates or red barrels in real life.
That was my favorite Old Man Murray metric. Every review he did, one of the stats was start to crate. How much time do you play this game before you encounter your first crate? Right? So he famously went on, I don't remember the writer's actual name, but his character was Old Man Murray. And he later went on to write Portal. And Portal 2, you literally start in a crate. That was his metric! In his first, one of his first games he wrote.
Either you die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain, is the takeaway.
Yeah. So now I don't get why... A, you need to get mad about art you don't like. Don't consume
You never
that
explain why it's not a problem anymore.
Yeah, it's not a problem anymore because everything is stratified?
Digital.
Yeah, everything's digital.
So there's no storefront to lose space over. If you want to listen to any kind of music, you can set Pandora to play just that forever.
Yeah. Nobody is forcing the awful music on you anymore. Because it used to be, we'd all listen to the radio for music, that's where we got music. You'd have the albums that you owned, and if you were lucky, you had a Discman that any time a car went over a bump, or the bus you were on, it would die. Digital music was not portable, really in any sense, until the MP3. And you'd make yourself mixtapes, ask your parents.
Or record it off the radio, wait for it to come on.
Yeah, but then you get the censored version, and your buddies would laugh at you.
And then also the stupid DJ would talk over the end.
Oh, that made me so mad. Dude.
I remember there was the easy listening, Love 93 in Miami, always bragged that they never talked over the song. Like, that was a draw.
That's good.
Yeah,
I think that's feature, not bug. I think that's record companies going, we really want you to do this, and if you're going to license our music, we want you to talk over it so that your version can't be taped off the radio. People have been making that piracy argument since the beginning of music.
Nobody has listened to a cassette tape and went, yes, this is a high-fidelity version I will use instead of purchasing.
Right. Cassette tape taped off the radio.
Oh, wow, they chase you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then.
So art now, all art, is consumable at your leisure. You get movies, and those go out to theaters, but they're going to come out on video eventually.
And really nice, high-quality video.
Yeah. Now that's its own danger, because if we don't go see them at the theater, them coming out on video on Netflix doesn't really make them any money. So that's a problem that's going to need to have a reckoning. But that's the reason why same-day release keeps trying and failing. Companies keep going, well, let's just release home video the same day we release in theaters, because who wants to go to a movie theater anymore?
Yeah, I remember the Hebrew Hammer tried that.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
No, it doesn't work at all, because people
don't want to go to a movie. It's a huge pain.
Well, no, people do want to go to a movie. They still do. There is an audience of people who go, I'll wait for it on video, and every time we've tried to make them the main audience, now it's like, where does anybody make money? Because Netflix pays a licensing fee per movie. It's not like they're... No, you want $14 a head here in Seattle. I don't know how much it costs.
How do you how do you get past them?
I don't know. I don't know what it costs throughout the rest of America anymore. It's always more expensive here, New York, and LA, and probably the Bay Area. Well, right now, a movie is like $14-15.
$20 in 3D.
No, I never go see 3D movies because I have no depth perception. It screws with me. It gives me headaches.
I don't generally see stuff in 3D except when it's on D-Box. D-Box is basically... If
you got the magic chair. Have you ever seen Matinee?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that.
Well, it's actually... That's the Spider-Man ride at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure. If you've been on it. It's just a D-Box ride now.
I did it for the dissolution of Smaug. Of Smoog. And it was alright.
It's something you got to do once.
I wish that I'd seen a good movie on it.
I saw Resident Evil.
That movie was a turd.
5. It was great. There's a scene where they're in a helicopter, and the helicopter goes over the edge of a building and starts falling down, and the whole chair like tilted forward. It's creepy and awesome.
Yeah.
But it's a ride at that point. It's not a movie.
Yeah.
I don't respect rides as art, as cinema.
I think they're art.
Rides aren't cinema, though.
No, they're not cinema, but they are art. I would argue
Yeah,
that
I
designing
misspoke.
a roller coaster, that was my problem with every roller coaster at Disney World, is
Boring.
every story needs a 3-act structure that builds to a climax. Every wrestling match, every good fight, every good sporting event. Every good story has that 3-act structure. This is not to say that every good story, has to have that structure. And that literally all of them have that structure. It's just that a lot of them do. It's one that works. And every coaster at Disney World is, woo, right out the gate, a bunch of flips! And then less exciting things for a while. It's like, a lot of video games have that problem too. You got Sonic the Hedgehog with the first level. You come strong out the gate in Green Hill Zone. And then pretty soon you're standing around and waiting. You're like, why am I doing this? Why, this is a game whose whole gimmick was run fast. And now you want me to sit and wait for the water level to be the right thing, and I'm just sitting here frustrated that I'm not running fast anymore.
Booyah. Alright, I need you to, go on, 3dworldrunnerfan.com. Because that's probably a site.
Why?
I want to find out what these blue guys are doing, why they're chasing me. I do not recall. I am certain there is a 3D World Runner fan site that talks about the intense minutia and the lore, the canon of 3D World Runner. I would like to learn more about it. Now that we are officially the world's greatest 3D World Runner Twitch stream.
I would argue, at this moment, we are the entire planet's #1 3D World Runner stream.
I think they chase you and start to close in on you, and so you have to jump to get away from them.
Yeah, you might have to go. I feel like when you went left and right, you were controlling some of what they were doing.
Yeah, well, remember what I said, the whole world is only 3 screens wide.
Right.
So, also they can't go over pits. You just, I think, maybe have to avoid them until the pits.
Yeah. Seems like the thing to do.
Well, let's see. Let's try running straight and see what happens. Yeah, they come right at you. Oof.
Woof.
Hang on, is there... No, it's not select. Can I hold A and start? Yes! Hold A, start. Worked.
And you start
on World 2.
On World 2.
Alright, we got our continue going. Now we're going to advance. Now we're gonna be ready for awful games done quick. Awesome games done quick. Oh, come on.
I watched those. I watched 1v1, Ninja Gaiden 1, Pacifist Run.
Kill nothing except bosses?
Nothing except bosses. And that was my first exposure to awesome games done quick, and I was just like, this is great. This is
I don't know
fantastic.
what possesses someone to become the world's greatest Ninja Gaiden player.
Yeah. I see that I get.
Do
that
you?
Just like I loved it as a kid. I want to be the best at it. That makes sense. What gets me is I want to be the world's best Ninja Gaiden player who never takes out his weapon. Who can get through the game without killing anybody. Where you start working in, okay, I have to get hit.
Well, I know why they have things like pacifist runs, and it's because you get bored. You get to a point where you have speed run it up to the final speed, and there's only a few frames of animation left to go, and there's nothing left for you. So now you start making up challenges for yourself.
That's why achievements were invented.
Well, not quite.
It was a combination of that and the developers wanting to know how far people got in games.
It was more to gamify the playing of the game to get people to play more. Achievements are insidious for a particular kind of personality.
Yeah. That's why because I have OCD. And not fake internet OCD, like doctor-diagnosed OCD. And, I have to ignore them. Because if I go down that road, it doesn't stop. That's the part of OCD nobody ever talks about, is you avoid a lot of things. It's not just that you have to do things, it's that certain things you just can't do, because if you start doing them, you won't stop. So it's like, if I start cleaning something in my house more than a phenomenon, more than a nominal amount, I'm just gonna leave it there.
Fix it in post.
There is no post. It's the whole point of this show, is that I'm not producing enough content because post takes weeks. So I can't start cleaning a lot unless I clear my whole day, because I might not be able to stop until the entire house is clean. And if I have to stop, then I can't even explain it. It's so hard to explain what it's like to somebody.
It's a panic. You have a panic attack.
Basically, yeah. And it does, for the record, it does really bother me when people use OCD to describe anal retentiveness. I'm like...
Or just any minor amount of, I like to be neat.
Right. I need to sleep on this side of the... I'm OCD about that. No, you're not. You don't have OCD.
Or I like to make sure the spices are in alphabetical order.
Do you miss functions because you can't line things up right? No? Have you ever missed a job interview because you couldn't get the traffic light was angled wrong? No? You don't have OCD. Everybody's got a little. It's easy to describe to people.
Well, the thing is, nothing is a mental disorder until it interferes with your life.
Yeah. There's
lots of people who are scared of spiders, but if you're too scared to open a magazine because there might be a spider in it...
Arachnophobia. Yeah.
That's arachnophobia. You don't like spiders, but you're not an arachnophobe.
Now, granted, it's not up to me...
Come on!
It's not up to me in many... This does not mean that when somebody says they have OCD in public, you should, quiz them. This doesn't mean that.
Yeah, believe people.
Yeah. And if they're bullshitting you or they're just being an asshole about it, let that be on them. Let them be an asshole. Then wait until they run into me, and I will tell them to stop. But don't go around policing people with disabilities. That's not what I'm condoning here. But it super does bother me when people just start throwing disabilities around. And it's basically, we were talking about this with...
Levi.
Your friend Levi, who is a man in a wheelchair. Able-bodied people and people with, ability will enter disabled spaces and take things that aren't theirs. And it happens all the time. Because privilege wants to exist everywhere. It's why cultural appropriation is a thing. We're on top, so we get all of it, right? We get everything. And then you follow that down the rabbit hole enough, and you get Bill Maher thinking it's okay for him to say the N-word. Which dates this broadcast immediately. Of course, it's Bill Maher. He'll probably do it again.
Yeah.
Maybe I can make a confifi joke, and then we'll definitely know when we are in time.
There's a representative in the House today that introduced the Kofifi law.
I saw that.
It's the most hilariously over-the-top backronym I've ever seen.
Yeah, speaking of backronyms.
Alright. Let's 2-1. Let's get to 2-2, at least. So, yeah, go look up what these blue dudes do. A slime
I couldn't
approaches.
find. I mean, like, I'm not gonna go to GameFAQs and read a whole list. We're streaming.
Can you actually? Yeah, let's. How much of GameFAQs? Yeah, okay. So they pincher you, so you have to be jumping when they connect.
Okay.
All right. Now I have some idea what they are. Now that if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Yeah.
Because if it bleeds, we can kill it is a reasonable phrase to say in response to anything in 3D Worldrunner.
That was such a better line than, like, in Predator than in Batman v Superman.
Oh, did they use that line?
They used, "Tell me, do you bleed?"
Oh.
And then he's like, "You will."
Oh.
Yeah, it was real bad.
So my choice to not watch this movie was correct.
Yeah, it was super not good. It was way better than Man of Steel, but that's a really low bar to clear.
Damning with extremely faint praise.
I'm glad Wonder Woman was good, but that means we're not abandoning this universe yet. Like, we're gonna keep making movies in it. And I just wish somebody would take the superhero movies away from the Ayn Randian objectivist. The man who literally does not believe in heroics.
Believes heroics are not...
Zack Snyder, yeah, and there's even a monologue. Like, oh, get this, dude. There's a moment in Batman v Superman where Clark flies to the North Pole or mountain or whatever, and he hallucinates, and there's his dead dad there, which I guess he's hallucinating him, or I don't...
Let's get the cowboy ghost Jew in there.
Yeah, it's just never explained, like in, what was that movie with the cowboy ghost Jewish man? Wall Street 2?
Yeah, Wall Street 2.
Yeah, that was so bizarre. So it's never really explained, it's just, here's a ghost. And his dad tells him a story about, oh, we wanted to...
Man, that's hella good superhero filmmaking, is a ghost tells a story.
Right. His dead dad tells a story. So, and it's his dead dad tells a story about one day it's like somebody's farm was flooded. We decided we're going to build a dam and shore up that farm and help those people. And we helped those people, and then we flooded a house 2 miles down the road. So don't help anybody. Superman! To Superman! He says this in a Superman movie. The dead dad says don't help people. Tells a parable about how it's if you help somebody, you might cause some damage. So don't help people. Yeah. Take the superhero movies away from the person who literally believes being heroic is wrong.
Zack Snyder, by the way, by name. We're calling you out.
Yes.
You're on notice.
Ayn Rand is a terrible, terrible, terrible role model who argued about objectivism, which was basically being selfish is good and helping others is bad. And terrible people still just love her. It's you get assigned that in high school, and when you're a teenager, you're already a sociopath. A little bit. I hope I was just a little ableist to people with sociopathy.
Those are bad people.
I'm sorry.
Though.
No, not necessarily.
No, they're actually bad
no,
people.
they're not. You gotta stop doing that. That's how, like, all of art is painting them that way. These are people who suffer from a thing. It's not their fault. They didn't do that.
That's the whole point of sociopathy, is you don't suffer. You suffer no anxiety.
No. Yeah. No, it's just... Don't think of it that way. I've read accounts from people who have it, who it's a constant struggle for them because they don't want to be terrible people. They just don't understand how not to be. And when read from that perspective, it's like, oh, crap. I've just been needlessly shitting on these people for years. But anyway, that degree of just contempt for other people's feelings you have and not having any empathy... See, there's a better way to talk about it. I don't need to shit on people with sociopathy to talk about how teenagers don't have empathy. That's on the teenagers. That's on them. And a lot of it is that they're not done cooking yet. And a lot of it is that we train them to be that. It's a weird thing, you know, nature versus nurture, both are happening at the same time.
The blue guys don't like it when you jump.
Yeah.
If you just don't jump, they don't pincher you.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, I finally figured it out.
Cool.
I think. Let's find out.
So anyway, you give teenagers the fountainhead, they get assigned it in high school, and they go like, yeah, this is telling me everything I feel is correct. And a lot of people never grow out of that. And a lot of those people go on to become very successful because they do not care about throwing people under the bus.
The other book, of course, involves orcs.
Yeah. What is that quote?
There are 2 books that are very formative in a teenage boy's life. One includes fantastical elements and impossible situations. There's 2 books, The Fountainhead, or Atlas Shrugged, and
The Hobbit.
Yeah. And it's...
One has fantastical elements...
And unrealistic.
Settings, and the other contains orcs.
Yeah.
You figured it out, but you're still not making it past them.
Well, that was just on me.
Right
The winged statue guys, these guys, you just run left and right and dodge them. They're not the problem. It's the slimes that are the problem. You'll see the slimes in just a second. The biggest thing I've found is the slimes can't jump over pits, but they do try and kill you. They're actually trying to kill you. These guys are just flying around. They're just having a good time. It's space. Enjoying life. See? Ah!
Yeah, that was...
There's like 3 of them.
That's rough because you have to jump there. And they only react when you jump, but you have to jump there. Those, like... Is that just a firework going off in the background that never moves? Or a giant orange space sponge?
It's a supernova.
Okay.
Supernovas last for a long time. There was a supernova that we finally saw in like 1920 that lasted a month.
Awesome.
Lit up the night sky, like blanked out every other star in the sky. What on earth?
It blew my mind as a kid thinking about how all of those stars, the light that we're seeing from them, is all traveling through time.
Yep, it's older than the dinosaurs.
Right, and we're seeing it now. Like, that blew my mind, but I think everybody learns that and it blows their mind. What really blew my mind was that they were all from different eras, because they're all at different distances. Science is cool. And I'm very bad at it.
Well, we'll get to level 3 in 3D Worldrunner if we can get past those dudes. Maybe do I need to be running left and right the whole time? Because I go in pretty much a straight line once I find my line. It's like skiing.
Right.
You gotta find your line.
You ever play slalom?
No.
My sister was good at that. I was terrible. It was a skiing game, kind of like this, yeah.
You know about Ski Free and the snowman.
I told you this story.
Yeah.
I was neighbors with the guy who wrote the help files for Windows games back in the day.
Like Solitaire.
Chips Challenge.
Minesweeper.
Yeah. And he told me of the story of why there was a monster in Ski Free. And that's that days before they shipped it, they discovered, oh my god, nobody's ever gotten this far in testing, but we just got this far, and reliably, when somebody gets this far, the stack stump and the program crashes. So, they loaded up MS Paint and made a weird little monster, and put that in the game at the very last minute. That's the end of the game. Like, rather than just you win, a monster eats you, and that's the end of the game.
I think it teaches us all something about the futility of life.
Sure. Old video games used to do that. It's the Space Invaders are coming, they will win, they will kill everybody you love. And all you can do is pump in quarters and hold them off as long as you can, but you're not going to win.
Nice!
Oh, you did it!
Yeah, you just gotta jump.
So anybody who ever says they got to the end of Ski Free and they don't tell you that they gotta eat my monster, they're lying.
This is interesting.
I don't understand this.
There are hands. There are space hands.
I see the space hands.
They will chase you left or right. The ones that say...
I just don't understand how you get past... Okay. They only follow you, so you have to go left and right.
I guess. We'll see. There's no rule book. The game just is trying to teach you. Am I gonna get there? Am I gonna get there? Look, they're all waving. Give me the... Oh, jump too early. Okay, good.
There's a fly in the studio.
Yeah. I don't know why. Guess I'll die. That's a poem.
Okay.
So, okay, are you familiar with, speaking of poems, are you familiar with Ring Around the Rosie?
Yeah, wasn't that something about the plague?
Yeah, it was, you would have if you were a rich person, you'd have a bundle of flowers in your wrist to help, if you walk by a bunch of corpses or poop in the street. And that was a pocket full of posies. I found out today that is called a nosegay.
A nosegay.
Yes, I found a power-up.
Oh, you're supposed to be hitting those for power-ups.
Yes? Or some of them.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't gonna be all of them, but...
Interesting. I think I have an extra hit now. I forgot about power-ups. I know there's a way to get a gun. Oh, all blue slimes now. Die in a fire.
What happened?
I died. Can't touch him. He's a monster.
I thought he was farther away.
He zooms in and out. Alright, so we gotta do all of World 2 again. But I got to the monster this time.
You
So
did. You're close to World 3.
I'm just gonna play this on Wednesday for 3 hours straight. I'm gonna get so good at it, bro. I will become the Worldrunner.
You're not gonna do Netrunner again?
I'll be Worldrunner. Worlds are more than nets. Alright.
I don't know about that. It's like a digital world can be infinite.
This is a digital world. It's in 3D, no less.
But you were just saying, it doesn't.
That's it? That's all I get? Wow. And I'm still on World 2-1. Unbelievable. Alright, hang on.
So that gave you health.
It gives you one hit. Don't touch mushrooms.
Okay, then. What did the rocket ship do?
There we go.
Yeah, we've just been not shooting the entire game.
No, you have to pick up the rocket ship.
I understand that, but I mean, we didn't know there were items until just now.
I told you I knew there was a way to shoot.
We've been inadvertently playing the hardest version of this game.
Oh, that's immensely easier.
Yeah. That's especially gonna help with those hands.
I got touched. So it's not Super Meat Boy Caspar, but
This is getting frustrating.
that's all right. You're not the one who has to play it.
We need a new topic. I need a new thing to talk about. This would be good to have viewers who could ask questions and lead us into conversations.
Apparently, the market for 3D Worldrunner based Twitch streams is not high.
I think Twitch still thinks we're playing Mario 2,
Possible.
which has a much greater chance of having somebody show up. So I ain't gonna change it, but...
If you don't respect the 3D Worldrunner audience, they will turn on you.
Yeah.
So do I need that before? Yeah, see, I don't think there's even more than one screen. Oh! You've never heard of this game, Crystal? Well, this is 3D Worldrunner. Or The Adventures of Worldrunner in 3D.
Yeah, something like that. Everybody called it 3D Worldrunner, but that's not the title. Yeah, Crystal, this was a Squaresoft game from early on. They made Rad Racer, and then this, and then finally hit it big with Final Fantasy, and then just did that
I mean,
forever.
that's the thing about companies is they have two modes. They have this didn't work, never do anything like it again, and this made a ton of money, do this and nothing else until it stops.
Yeah. and Knight's Night. I did not know that.
Huh?
That's got to be another NES-era Squaresoft game.
Never heard of it. What's it about?
Or King's Knight.
Oh, King's Knight, yeah. I think. What was King's Knight about, Crystal?
What is that? You're blinking now. Are you invincible?
I think I'm invincible for some amount of time.
You're no longer blinking. Conventional video game wisdom of the time says if you are flashing, you are invulnerable.
Bullets don't stop hands. A heart. Interesting. You can see my time running out on all those.
We've never run out of time, though.
You can.
I'm sure you can, but we just haven't.
Well, this is only stage 2. You can see I'm almost out of time.
It's true, this game is... I never much saw the utility back then in video games being so hard that almost nobody could ever reach the end. I don't see the utility in that. Because, like, Contra, everybody knew the 30 life code, everybody could beat Contra in one go, and everybody had Contra. Is you'd play it with your buddy, you'd get all the way to the end, and I still do it. I still, every once in a while... It was fun anyway. It wasn't... It didn't need to be the hardest game in the world. And it didn't need to not have an end I could feasibly reach. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, there was the idea of making games hard to extend their playtime.
Right.
Like, that has thankfully gone away. But I was not a fan of that. What I hate is the games that artificially pad their play through backtracking.
Yeah, I see.
And recycling content.
I disagree with the caveat that, yeah, I've seen that done badly. But like a Metroidvania is built entirely on that. It's getting to know the entire world.
Yes, but that's also a fun game to play.
Right.
Like,
So
I'm talking about,
saying,
like, Secret of Monkey Island has some of the worst backtracking. There's one puzzle where you have to activate a catapult and then walk down a cliff and look at what the catapult did.
That sounds terrible.
And you move so slow, and you have to adjust the catapult just right, and then if you didn't get it, you had to go back up another screen, go ahead and reset the catapult, then down one, adjust the catapult, and then down another one to check your work.
Right.
And it was just miserable if you didn't get it exactly right. Alright, we're at the boss. Let's not die this time. It's funny that the boss fights in 3D Worldrunner, you're not running. Double boss? What?
So the stars don't appear to be your ammo.
Ugh.
You just have infinite ammo during a boss fight.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting.
You made it to World 3!
We did it! We did it, gang!
Okay, got that. And yeah, that's it. Those are the only 3. I bet you can jump on those. And I think you have to.
Yep.
Because those look like springs.
And they're frogs. Ah!
Or you just run over them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. There you go. Okay, we've got some new dimensions to this game now. But I like backtracking. I hated games where, you know, I've got this big, gorgeous world, but I just run through it and that's it. Like, I want.
I think I've heard talk about this, and tell me if you think it's true. The Fallout checkpoint is the worst thing to happen to Fallout. Where it's like, it used to be great where you'd be playing Fallout and you'd see a new thing show up on your map and go, what is that? I'll go investigate it. But now, I have to get to the next thing. I screwed that up.
Yep.
I have to get to the next thing. I'll just make a beeline exactly where the mini-map points me to.
Yeah. It didn't ruin the game for me, and there were a lot of missions that I was very thankful to have that. I don't want to memorize... Like, if you build a whole giant world, I super don't want to do every mission remembering that Mabel said that maybe it was behind a rock, you know? Like, it is nice to just go, there's my goal.
Well, you could just have a mission log that you could refer to that was well put together.
Yes. Is if you're going to not have that, if you're going to not have checkpoints...
Oh!
I think you jumped over it just fine.
Yeah, but now you have to adjust in midair.
Right.
This game's good. It's adding stuff. See?
Yeah.
Being real careful to...
Yeah.
You know, I do not want to do World 2 again with those blue dudes. I don't like that blue dude. My worst Tracy Morgan impression. By the way, Jack McBrayer was on Conan recently.
Yeah.
And
he used to actually page, I think, for Conan.
It's possible.
Like
but
in
he
real
was
life.
he was talking about, because Jack McBrayer is the nicest person on earth in
Yeah.
real life. He talked about how he calls everyone that he's ever worked with on their birthday. Everyone. And he called Tracy Morgan. And was like, oh, hey, Tracy. And he's like, oh, Kenneth, what's up? And he's like, actually, my name's Jack.
He just still calls him
Yeah,
Kenneth.
he just actually believes that Jack McBrayer is Kenneth Purcell. Just a pretty great thing. You could do worse.
Eccentric rich people.
Yeah, I'm less and less convinced that Tracy Jordan was an exaggeration.
Yeah.
It's getting tricky. Do you want to try level 3?
I do not.
Having
way
played
don't.
none of level 2.
No, I absolutely do not. I'm
right.
having a fine time shooting the breeze and watching you play this.
Yeah, this was Friday night, 3 o'clock. You get off school, you come home, you go over to Bob Rich Video, you check the wall, you see what's already been checked out. You're like, no, it's all gone. Hopefully it's not Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And, you know, hope for the best of what you get home. Alright, let's see here. I got to World 3 too, though, so I don't have to do that first part again.
That's the weirdest thing, you know, because, like, video games have always been expensive. Like, I think Super Mario 3 was $50 back then.
Yeah.
So it just kind of blows my mind that the way your parents would ration that out is, okay, $5 a week to rent a game every week. It's, well, hell, we do that 10 weeks in a row. I could have just bought a game and now I own it.
Yeah, but you're not going to play a game 10 weeks in a row, and our parents knew that. I mean, let's be real here.
Once you built up a collection, you could kind of cycle through them.
Yeah.
I had a decent amount of NES games, but I had scams. I'd rent out the ones that I had. I brought a fishing tackle box, and I filled it with my NES games, and I'd rent out the ones that I had to people, and use that, you know, money to buy games from them that they didn't want anymore.
Thus growing the library.
Yeah, and I'd grow the library that way. Because a kid is super willing to sell a game he doesn't want for $10. So I invented GameStop. Is the
And for that, you're first against the wall, buddy.
The first,
I wouldn't exactly brag.
This is one of the first instances of me not giving a shit about gender stuff, and gendered items. Like I always, if there's a pink version of a thing, I always buy it. And when people ask me why, I say, "'Cause fuck you, that's why." Because what do you care? Why is it weird that I want the pink thing? Why do you care? And it's just part of that whole toxic culture thing, toxic masculinity. It's just, oh, men aren't supposed to like pink, so I always got the pink thing because fuck you. And so, in one of the first examples of my dad trying to swing me into being a different person than I was, the first time I had this business model, I put all the Nintendo games in a pink, like, makeup container that used to belong to my sister. Because I didn't care. I was like, I think this is neat, I like it, I think it fits everything perfectly. It
gets to this...
Yeah, it gets the job done, and I don't mind pink. I don't think that's weird. Even then, I was kind of punk rock about that. I was just like, you can go ahead and make fun of me about this, but like...
I'm the one making money on games.
This is one of the horrible things about being raised, in a tiny Catholic school with the same 30 people who never fought over and over again. There were no fist fights.
Whoa! What the heck is that? What are those green things?
Yeah, that was weird.
Sorry, go
Anyway,
on.
there were no fist fights. We would just give each other eating disorders. Like, we were monsters. Anyway, so I had the pink one, and my dad saw it, freaked out, made me drive to a hardware store and bought me a fishing tackle box instead. Just strangely out of character for my dad. He was always willing to just let me be who I was going to be.
Maybe he just wanted you to have a professional appearance.
Maybe. It might have just been, I don't want you to get beat up for carrying that thing. I don't think he cared, necessarily, but people were pretty brutal to me back then. I had one of those faces that bullies just loved. I realized later, in life, that was happy. I looked happy. I didn't realize what bullies were attracted to. It's just that, at one point, I was going through a really bad breakup, and I didn't walk around looking at all happy. I looked just miserable and angry and sad, and bullies stopped messing with me. Instantly.
It's tricky because you have no frame of reference, because there's not like a pit like you would normally have where you can see stuff. It's
just memorize it.
Well, it's not memorize it. It's like you gotta guess where the hit location is gonna actually count for.
Yeah. Because your depth perception in this is limited. Woo!
Yeah, you just gotta go right. Okay. Go right for fun.
Right.
That's the rules. What we got here? Potion that does nothing.
You know what? This music is kind of similar to the airship music from Final Fantasy 1.
Yeah, when you're on the airship?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could buy that. Oh, no.
Yeah, now they're giving you the green enemies right next to the green frogs you need to jump on. Which I guess they're not frogs, they're just springs with Kermit the Frog eyes.
Yeah, well,
Sure.
That's what the Worldrunner community wants to use.
Right.
I'm not going to stop them. I need a break. I just need a break. Can you just spell me? God. All right, just keep in mind. Hold on.
I can't.
All right.
I'm going to play one game.
All right.
You take your break.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh, and you do have to run full speed ahead the whole time.
I had to stop for those things. So far, this is working out pretty well. Nope. Nope. Ah!
Yeah, you gotta hit. All right. I can.
I gotta hit the thing.
Yeah, there's not a lot of jumping anymore. Nope. What?
I'll throw a little variety in there.
Boom. Because now you're basically just using left and right.
Right.
You're not even using up. Or you're just holding up, left and right, hoping for the best. Nope. There we go. That's like the wages of sin are death. You know? And each who lives by the sword, yea, shall he die by the sword.
Yeah.
Ooh, nope, okay. You know what would make this great?
What?
An Arkanoid controller.
Huh.
Just give me all the fidelity.
The
The paddle, yeah.
Yeah.
A wheel. Because up is just, you're always up. You know?
I'm so bad at Arkanoid. I loved that game because it had cool music. And that was enough to endear me back in the day. I played some terrible games simply because they had some pretty amazing music.
God. I think I just have to keep going left. What are you shushing me on?
Can you ease up on the jerky? Because I'm flinching over here. You're literally frightening me.
It's very intense. I want to see this boss, because last time we had to fight 2 bosses. I wonder if they're lazy enough to just be like, oh, World 3, what are we going to do?
3 bosses.
Yeah, 3 bosses. Nope. I got this.
Huge drag.
Yeah, especially because that was 3-1. That was the last thing I needed to pass to get to 3-2. I almost want to just throw this life away now. It's one of those strategic death type deals.
Mm-hmm. Hey, my Novocaine wore off.
Yeah. Hurts now?
That was really fast. Normally it lasts like 4 or 5 hours.
That has not been my experience. I want that. Ah. Fine. What?
Just watching that. I'm reacting to the thing that happened. Yeah, you gotta stop hitting those first frogs, because you... Oh, there you go. Didn't you tell me you have to be running full speed?
Only when you get to the pit.
Alright.
There we go. I'm not a 3D Worldrunner authority. Cannot believe I just died.
So I don't know what I'm going to play tomorrow, but you can bet it will probably be something... You know what? I'm not even going to limit myself. I don't know what I'm going to play tomorrow. We will see.
I will suggest again FTL. I think you can use the lessons from FTL
Yeah.
and have a better run. Boom.
I might do Path of Exile.
Boom. Boom. There we go. World 3-2. This is where it gets good. So it's 2. Oh no. 3. 3 and then left 1 step. If it still had the cubes, you could actually deal with it. Wait, did I lose a star? I lost a star jumping?
I don't understand. Okay. Yeah. So you triggered the death music but you didn't die.
Right.
So I wonder if we're going to have music ever again. Okay.
Alright. No, watch my star count when I start bouncing.
Okay.
I think it costs a star to jump.
That's stupid.
Or like...
Because you have to.
Yeah, well, not necessarily costs, but like... You know, you lose stars when you jump. Hang on, let me get some stars first. Okay, so I got 1 star. No. Doesn't cost stars to shoot.
It didn't cost a star to use that, but you still haven't jumped yet. You've been using the jump pads.
Right.
Nope. You still have your star. Old games, man. Cryptic. Well, Del, I didn't think we had an hour and a half in us for this.
I ain't done. Is this my last life? Is that what you're telling me?
Nope, we got 10 minutes.
Ah! I forgot this is World 3-2 already.
We need to pick... Okay, for next week, and let's talk about this now, we need to pick something that could conceivably draw an audience just by virtue of somebody's playing it.
DuckTales.
You think? I mean, how is that? Nobody's searching for DuckTales on the thing. You're not going to go to the browse by game and have DuckTales be on the top. And we keep going obscure, and then we're confused when nobody's here. Or very few people. So what do you think?
Left 4 Dead.
That's a good one.
I don't know if that has split screen. Oh, I forgot to... I forgot
It does not have split screen, but we don't have to both play it at the same time. It could just be one of us playing Left 4 Dead.
Oh, God. Can you imagine?
Why?
Just the other person screaming, "Look out for the thing! It's over there!"
Yes, that sounds great. That sounds like a lot of fun.
That sounds like Five Nights at Freddy's.
That was some of the most fun, not Five Nights at Freddy's, I'm building to something. Some of the most fun I've ever had playing a video game ever was, Craig and I would come, I have a friend named Craig. He would come over after the karaoke show. Naturally, this is after 5 hours of drinking. So we're pretty close to the 10 years old, emotionally and maturely speaking, you know, that I was when we played Mega Man at all, you know, when I was a kid. And so some of the most fun I had watching during a video game was we'd come home, we'd play Mega Man 9. And Mega Man 9 so faithfully recreated what it was to play a Mega Man with your buddy that I found myself just, just look at the, you know, and that was as fun as playing it myself. So no, I'm not going to be screaming into the microphone every time anything happens like PewDiePie. Maybe I should. I could never hope to have his fucking audience.
Believe in yourself!
Yeah. But that sounds fun. Left 4 Dead could work. Whatever it is, we need to decide on it ahead of time, because I need to install it. This changing games midstream business.
You're just afraid to use the intermission.
I haven't built one. That's another thing I need to do.
Oh, I forgot to... Oh, forgiveness! Nice. Alright, I had a hit. How do I miss that? I didn't miss that. One more. This is my last run. This is my last 3D world run. Here we go, kids. Got the potion. Got some stars. Boom. Boom. It's You'd be calling this like JR, buddy.
I am no Jim Ross, nor will I ever purport to be.
I don't think anything's better than, what was it, WrestleMania 27 and those carcinogenic right hands.
Those carcinogenic right hands of The Undertaker!
Oh no, it was like Owen voice where he's like, those carcinogenic right hands of The Undertaker.
Oh, yeah.
Just taking pieces out of Triple H.
JR is a treasure.
I'm blown away that like Oklahoma hasn't offered him a job broadcasting their football.
Oh, he does. He super does.
Oh, he does work for Oklahoma?
I'm pretty sure he does. I think for a while that's one of the reasons he was really mad that they moved him to SmackDown is that's when like Sooners games were or something.
No, they don't play on Tuesday.
No, they wouldn't play on Tuesday.
All right, it's my very last life, folks. So cheer me on.
Well, I could be wrong. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that he has something to do with that.
All right, I made it to World 3-2. I just want to get to 3-3. I just want to see what's there.
Oh, these okay. Oh,
I stopped pressing up because I had to fix
yeah.
my hand. Oh, all right. Well, folks, thank you for joining us on Sofa Justice Warriors. We're also Sofa Justice on Twitter. I am at A&R Lizzie on Twitter. And we'll be with you tomorrow night. Joe will be playing a game.
If you're watching on Twitch, immediately below this video, there is links to connect to all of our social media stuff, our YouTube account, our Twitter account, our Facebook, and our Patreon, which, if you want to throw us money, we will take it.
We make it easier than ever to give us money.
For Sofa Justice Warriors, I'm Joe.
I'm Dell.
Thank you, everybody. Good night. Now we can't awkwardly...
Yeah.
I hate that I can't just stop the stream from here.